Hey, everybody. I'm Dr. Seth, psychologist. Today, I want to talk about insecurities. I want to talk specifically about how to deal with an insecurity, a significant, profound insecurity that may be kind of holding you back in your life, that may cause actual suffering, that may be preventing you from reaching some actual life goals that you have. Okay. As someone who has written for Psychology Today for over 14 years, this is a topic that I often have written about how to deal with insecurities because they can have such a major impact in our daily lives. In fact, if somebody suffers from a real insecurity, it can impact their relationships, it can impact whether they pursue or maintain friendships. It can mess up their job experiences or maybe prevent them from applying for promotions or maybe even setting out and trying to take on the challenge of finding the job or the career that works for them, that they would really love, but maybe are too nervous to do, too afraid to try because of insecurities. Okay. Here is the number one thing that I want to focus on in this video. And it's important because it is the foundation of change when it comes to overcoming insecurities. It's the foundation. Picture a large building, and under that building, there is a strong, solid, concrete foundation. That's what you need if you are going to change any real insecurity. And here is the issue: responsibility. Think about this for a moment and let this sink in. Whose responsibility is it to deal with your insecurity? Whose responsibility is it to overcome that responsibility? Is it another person's? Is it maybe your romantic partner's responsibility? Is it maybe your boss's responsibility? Is it maybe a friend? How do you think that insecurities really actually go away? Or do you maybe believe that we're actually just cursed with the insecurities that we have because we all have them, psychologists included? Do you just believe that we're meant to carry them through life? I don't believe that. I would be a terrible psychologist if I did believe that. But what I have found in over 20 years of being a psychologist is that the difference between someone who really significantly overcomes their insecurities, it is because they take responsibility for what they can do to change it. This is not to say that emotional insecurities are in any way our fault. A lot of times there's pretty clear reasons why we have the insecurities that we have. Let's imagine, for example, if someone was left by a parent, by a mother or father. Well, they may have an insecurity that they're going to be left or abandoned. That makes sense. Most people who had that experience would develop that insecurity. And yet, let's imagine now that individual is an adult. Well, whose responsibility is it to deal with it, to overcome that insecurity? Why? So that it doesn't keep impacting their current relationships. So that person doesn't project onto any new romantic partner, you will leave me. Presume, jump to conclusions that they too can't be trusted, that they too will hurt them. So it becomes the adult's responsibility. This is just one example. But to say that you take full responsibility to deal with your insecurity is one of the best things that you can do. Actually, you can try now just saying that out loud. I take full responsibility to deal with this insecurity so that, and you can say this to yourself, so that it doesn't keep holding me back in my life. And it also doesn't negatively impact others. I don't want my insecurity to negatively impact others. That is something that you can say. You can say it out loud. Take a moment now if it feels good, or you can say it to yourself. But ultimately, how do you overcome some of your deepest insecurities? You do by saying, I'm taking responsibility to change this. It doesn't mean I caused it. It doesn't mean it's my fault, but it does mean that I am going to be the one that is going to decide if this is something that gets better or not. And you can say to yourself this: am I willing to make that decision to make things better? Am I open to truly making that decision to take responsibility and make positive changes in my life? You can say to yourself, yes, yes, I will take that responsibility. I will take on that challenge. I can change and I will change. You know, when you say those things, just practice saying those things out loud after you watch this video. And you can actually feel a little excitement, a little exhilaration start to develop in you. This is positive self talk. This is what we talk about in cognitive behavior therapy, that is just little mantras that we can repeat in our minds, or heck, even say out loud to improve our lives. All right. I'm Dr. Seth, everybody. Hopefully, this video has been helpful. You can also check out hundreds of other videos I have here on my YouTube channel, Dr. Seth Psychologist.